Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ, and 10,000 subscribers video. Absolutely crazy. I remember doing 100 subscribers. I remember doing 500. I remember the 2,000 subscriber wrap. The 2,000 subscriber wrap video didn't seem that long ago at all. We've done so much since then. We've done Q&As and all sorts. And I was torn on what to do this time. There's a few different things that you guys want me to do. But I don't quite want to do them yet, at least, you know, like Draw My Life and stuff like that. I don't want to quite do them yet. We'll wait till later on, maybe, until we do that. So today, for this milestone, this amazing milestone, which I can't really believe so much yet, you know, when you see other YouTubers and they've got millions of subscribers, it's quite overwhelming. But then when you think you've got 10,000 that are yours, that's a lot of people. 10,000 is a real lot of people. If you imagine if you had 10,000 people in front of you, that's more people than I can imagine. Do you know what I mean? I had about 2,000 people in my school, in the whole school, every year, teachers included. Do you know what I mean? And I thought that was a lot of people when I was at school. So it's like 5 of my schools altogether. Yeah, that's a lot of people. So yeah, I want to thank you all so much for that first. And let's get on to some fun stuff. So what I'm going to do is would you rather questions. And I like doing these at parties and stuff like that. You get some real funny answers, like how people work. The logic that they seem to come up with is quite funny. Oh, by the way, this is my new setup. My laptop unfortunately gave up. The laptop that I used to record from and do everything from overheated in the sweltering hot heat that we've had this month. Today is the first sort of cooler day. In fact, the sun isn't out, which is nice, which is why I've got a light blinding me in my eyes so you can see me. And there's some stuff around here, the bits over there, I don't know if you can see them, but like the bits on the pin boards, they are the Top Gear time boards. Whenever I get friends over, we have to go on Forza and they have to race around in the Top Gear track, and then they get put onto the leaderboard. So currently I am first, and I think the bottom is my nan, unfortunately. But she didn't do too bad. She got around the Top Gear track in 2 minutes and 3 seconds. But yeah, apart from that, I'm sure you've seen all the rest of the games and everything like that. So, let's have the not show me, tell me. Would you rather questions. So, would you rather be able to change the size of an object, but not the weight? Or change the weight of an object, and not the size? Now, there are pros and cons for each of these. Ooh, I've also got a swivel chair. I've always wanted a swivel chair. We've got 2 swivel chairs in the computer room, but I never had one for myself, and I love swiveling. So if I swivel throughout this video, it's just because I like to swivel, okay? So, yeah, there's both pros and cons for each of these. If you could change the size of something without changing the weight of it, you could, well, like my girlfriend said, she could have a burger from McDonald's, change the size of it to make it a really big burger, but then it'll only weigh as much as a small burger, so she could eat as much as she wanted. But then on the other hand, what I think is I think I'd like to be able to change the weight of an object without affecting the size. Because can you imagine, you're at the World Cup final, and it's on penalties, and he's about to go up, whoever, Messi, is about to go up and kick the ball to win the World Cup, and just before he kicks it, you change the weight of the football to a bowling ball weight. You know, like, so it weighs like, I don't know, a couple of stone, and he just kicks this football as hard as he can, and it just obliterates his face. That's so harsh, but there's so much more fun potential that could be made by changing the weight and not the size, because there's the unpredictability factor, you know, picking up a pencil and it weighs a stupid weight. So yeah, I think I'll be able to change the weight of something. Would I rather be able to win the lottery or live twice as long? Twice as long. So that's like approximately, if you live approximately to 80, usually, then you could live to 160 years old or win the lottery. I think I'd rather win the lottery, because at 80 and 90 years old, there's not much you can do anyway, and you're not going to be able to enjoy that money, are you? So when you're 150 or 140 years old, you're definitely not going to be able to do anything, unless you can still sort of function like normal. I don't know, I think I'd rather win the lottery, and then I could have what I wanted now. Do you know what I mean? Instead of having to wait to accumulate it over another 100 years. Yeah, I'd rather win the lottery, I think. Okay. Would I rather have a dream vacation for 2 weeks? I haven't seen these ones, guys. I only saw the first one. Or spend 5 days with anyone in the world, but you must stay in your hometown. So, would I rather spend 2 weeks in... Where would I want to go on holiday? I wouldn't want somewhere too hot because I'm not very good with heat. So let's say... I don't know, Spain is hot, but it's a nice place, isn't it? I think America or Canada I'd really like to go to. Like Los Angeles or something like that. Or spend 5 days, so just less than a week, with anyone in the world, but I've got to stay in my hometown. So if I could have anyone stay with me, I don't know. I could have you guys, couldn't I? All my subscribers. If I could have all of my subscribers for 5 days, but I have to stay here, or go on a dream vacation for 2 weeks, I think I'd have all you guys here. Yeah, because it says anyone, not one person, anyone, and you're a collective group of people, aren't you? Would I rather be famous or have a friend that's famous? That's a tough one as well, isn't it? If I was famous, like actor famous, you'd have paparazzi over you all the time, trying to take pictures and invading your home life. But if I had a friend that was famous, we could use him to get into really cool places and bars and restaurants and events, but not have paparazzi on it. So yeah, I think I'd rather have a friend that was famous. Oh, also, if you guys disagree with anything that I say, put it in the comment section below. Tell me why you would choose a different one, or you know, for what reason. Let me know, because it'd be cool to sort of hear what you guys think and what you guys would choose. So this is a controversial one, isn't it? Would I rather be able to fly or read minds? If I could fly, I wouldn't need a car, but I love my car. But it would be cool to fly. But if I could read minds, I could tell what people thought. I could answer their question before they asked it. I don't know. I think reading minds would be a cool thing to do. But flying would be also... Now I'm going to go with flying. Yeah, because I don't care what other people think in general. Yeah, I think I'd rather be able to fly. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That would be pretty cool. Okay, well this is a bit of a sad one, but I'll do it. Would I rather know the day that I'm going to die, or how I'm going to die, the cause of my death? So if I knew the cause of my death, maybe... Like, let's say the cause of my death was being hit by a bus. If I could stay away from buses, I could prolong how long I was going to live. But I would still die by being hit by a bus. But if I was careful, I could maybe make it longer. But if I knew the date of my death, you would constantly watch the calendar every day. You would tick off the day and go, oh, I've got 3 years and 4 months left. Now, I think I'd rather know the cause of my death, because then maybe I could try and prevent it from happening sooner. I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Okay, and let's do one more. Would I rather be half of my height or double my weight? That's a tough one, isn't it? Because I'm not very tall. I'm 6 foot. Well, yeah, 6'1" If I was half of my height, I already struggle to see certain things. I like being tall. I think everybody wishes that they were taller so they could see other people. They could see in the cinema. I bet you ain't got heads in the way. And if I was double my weight, mind you, I think I weigh about 10 stone, maybe a little over 10 stone. You can convert that into kilograms or whatever yourself. That would still be pretty damn fat, wouldn't it? Yeah, 20 stone. That would be pretty heavy. Very heavy. I think I'd rather be half my height. Yeah, half my height I think would be the one for me. Should we do one more? Let's have one more. Let's have one more. Let's find a funny one. Let's find a funny one. That's not funny. Would I rather Hakuna Matata or YOLO? I think I'd rather Hakuna Matata. Because if you're YOLO, you could die, couldn't you? Because you only live once. Would I rather have a rewind button of my life or have a pause button of my life? Now, I remember a TV show called Bernard's Watch, and I don't think it was over in America. I think it was mostly in the UK. In Bernard's Watch, he has a pocket watch, many years ago, TV show, and he could tick the watch, and it would pause time, and then he could walk around and do what he wanted, but the time would be paused until he'd done it again. But then it would be called to rewind life, because like maybe like you're at an important event like a wedding or something, and you trip over and you embarrass yourself, or you mess up a line in a play. It'd be cool to be able to rewind it and then do it again and not mess up. Or if you could go back a long time, maybe you could go through school, do your exams, and then when you get the exam results back and they're not quite as good as what you want, you could go back in time and redo them, but then you've got to live through months and months and months of that have already been lived again, haven't you? But a pause button would be really cool because, again, you could have a lot of fun with it, couldn't you? You could pause time and then, like, throw a pie at someone and make it stop just before it hits their face and then start time again, and then out of nowhere they just get a pie in the face. And you could also possibly use pausing time as a way of teleporting, couldn't you? You could pause time and then walk somewhere else and start it again, and you would have gone boop over to the other point, wouldn't it? For the fun, it's a tough one, isn't it? When you try and make a decision about it. Oops, my mic. I think I would rather. I might change my mind later, but I'm gonna go with rewinding time, because you could rectify mistakes, couldn't you? Yeah, rewinding time. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this then. So, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. It's mind-blowing. It's crazy that we're gaining subscribers quicker and quicker and quicker. I've got some sort of error come on my computer, so I'm going to have to hurry up and end this in case something happens. But yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing. I want to thank you all so much for hitting that like button on all the videos that you do. I know who hits the like button, I know who hits the share button, and I want to thank you all for doing that. I can see on Twitter when people like a video on Twitter and then it or like a video on YouTube and then it goes to Twitter. I can see everyone that does that, and I do really appreciate it. So I want to thank you all for that. I want to thank you, every single one of you who's watching this, for watching it and for subscribing and everything like that. Let's see if we can get to 20,000 or 15,000 or whatever, and we'll have another special video sometime then. Until then, though, we're going to leave it there until tomorrow, where the next video comes out. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye, Swivelly Chair. Bye.